Several hours ago, I did a different live stream where I spoke about the possibility of a Trump impeachment and what the scenario afterward would be. In my opinion, pretty realistic or pragmatic about the approach of what's going to happen, and that entailed not speaking positively about the future, which I always seek to not do and have a positive outlook. Anyhow, as I tried to upload this, the file said processing, 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 processing. This is 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, processing, processing, processing. 2 o'clock, processing, processing, processing. 3 o'clock, processing, processing, process. So we've gotten to, 4 hours later, this thing is still saying processing. Because it's a live stream, another video I actually recorded on my own, I can't save it, so I just had to let it go. What sucks about it is that it reminded me of how much I can't stand working on something just for it to not matter. So if I were to write a book and it doesn't sell, that got me mad back in, it depends on what I did. So if I went out and approached people, say, hey, can you check my, novel out? And they go, oh yeah, man, I'll get to it eventually. And they never buy the thing. You're kind of left with this feeling of what's the point? But if it's just something I put on Amazon and, it doesn't blow up or explode in its popularity, it doesn't bother me because I didn't try to get it to do that. So really, the attempt at putting effort into this and basically having the YouTube uploader stick a big, dirty middle finger up in front of me was the major turn off. It also got me to harken back to other instances where this has happened, and it was unique in that every other time, because I only now started doing live streams and trying to record through here, as opposed to just, oh, I'll make a video and I'll upload it later. This is the first time where this particular thing has happened, and it's so irritating because I could always retrieve it if it messed up, and now I can't. Now everyone will wonder, what was the special video? What happened? And really, you could argue, oh, it's probably only made to fit the quota of a daily video, but I still think the topic was interesting because we've been dealing with this culture right now where you've all these liberals and progressives that want Trump out of the White House, and I'm the person who is probably the worst in terms of how they feel about Trump. But I'll tell you in a heartbeat, it's not going to happen, at least not until this upcoming midterm, and if the Democrats get enough seats in the House. And I was going off of the fact that in each instance where a president was impeached, there were a majority of the opposing party in both chambers of Congress. When Clinton was up for impeachment after the, I did not have sexual relations with that woman, that was under a Republican controlled Senate and House. When Nixon looked to be, as though he was getting impeached, even though he resigned quickly, that was a Democratic controlled House and Senate. These are things that obviously, that was boring to whoever just ran out of here. But, it was something I went into and I expressed and kind of stated. So ultimately what ends up happening now is that I am likely going to have to try and recollect enough to do the video again, which, I kind of have this thing now where I already did it, and I kind of had my passion and willingness to state how I feel and show all of my strength and vigor and courage when it comes to this particular subject. And when you try doing it again, it feels forced. If I were to make a video or a live stream and I said, you know what, we're going to talk about why I hate corporations, and I go, oh, I hate them because they do this and they do that, and then it just blows up and I can't upload it, I'm going to probably speak in this manner because now I'm calmed down because I already vented on camera for nobody to ever see again. Just as one person checked in on the other live stream, and they got they got footage that will never be obtained again, and that's their special experience. I doubt they will remember it, but that was their takeaway from today. If you want to become a rapper for the next couple of minutes, um, there were some other recordings I've had that disappeared that I really really liked. I had this one recording of me and a colleague. We went to the movies one time, and we then went to the adjacent mall. And we just walked around. We were talking, having a rousing time, and the phone that I had at the time was backed up on data. And just deleted the whole thing. It was a good 2 or 3 videos. They were probably about 5 or 6 minutes apiece. And this is a friend whom I rarely get to see in person. I see him in person probably every 6 or 7 months because we're both so busy and generally have things to do to where we can't just hang out, every week or on a regular basis, unfortunately. So, that's probably the one I would call the most agonizing to not have. I remember one time I was doing some lines for a project, and I think I didn't put the camera on, but I was really disappointed. I liked the way that I had stated the information or rather the parts of the script that I was meant to recite and perform in regards to. So maybe you've had some experiences with recording something and then by some unforeseen circumstance it just goes away. Getting this notification about should The Rock run against Trump from TYT. Anyways, yeah, so maybe in the comment section state where you've had the same thing happen to you. I just think it's annoying because, again, you make that for the sake of going back to it at some point or another, and here it is just disappearing forever. So thank you for watching and have a good day.